Welcome, friends. Welcome to another session of English Power Day. I'm your host, Jack. So glad you're here. If you're new to the channel, a very special welcome to you. English Power Day is your daily dose of practical spoken English. We focus on real-life topics, like your mind, your work, your relationships, all the stuff that really matters. My goal is to help you learn the language and pick up useful ideas for your life at the same time. Here, we keep things clear and conversational. I speak at a comfortable, slower pace, perfect for learning. And in every session, we have special repeat after me moments where you can practice and lock in key phrases right away. If that sounds like the kind of help you need, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a power-up. If you're enjoying your time here, please give this video a like and consider sharing it with a friend who's also on their English journey. Your support means everything. Now, let's get into today's topic. Today, we're diving into a topic that is the absolute foundation for everything, including your English journey: how to learn to truly love yourself. Now, you might be thinking, Jack, this is an English channel. What does self-love have to do with grammar or vocabulary? Here's the thing: everything. When you don't truly value and accept yourself, a hidden danger creeps into your learning. It's the voice of self-doubt. It whispers, "Your accent is terrible. You'll never sound like a native speaker. Why even try?" This lack of self-love doesn't just hurt your confidence, it actively sabotages your progress. You become afraid to speak, to make mistakes, to practice the very things you need to do to improve. You end up stuck, frustrated, and your English power remains locked away. Let me tell you about David, a former student of mine. David knew grammar rules better than I did. His vocabulary was impressive. But in conversations, he froze. He'd misspeak one word and his whole face would fall. He'd apologize constantly. "Sorry, my English is so bad," he'd say. I learned he was incredibly hard on himself in all areas of life: his job, his appearance, his hobbies. He was running on empty, trying to pour from a cup that was never refilled. His lack of self-compassion was a wall between him and fluent, confident English. Sound familiar? Maybe you've been there too. You prepare for a meeting or a conversation, and the moment you hesitate or forget a word, that inner critic takes over. "I'm so stupid. They must think I'm an idiot." You feel embarrassed, defeated. You replay the mistake in your head for hours. This isn't just about making a language error. This is the core problem. You are being unkind to yourself in a moment of learning. You're treating yourself with a harshness you would never show a friend who was trying their best. So, how do we break this cycle? How do we build a foundation of self-love that actually supports our English goals? That's exactly what we're going to explore next. To truly love yourself, first, silence your inner critic. That voice that constantly points out your flaws, you need to quiet it. Think of it like this. You wouldn't let a stranger talk to your best friend the way you talk to yourself. So why do you allow it? The first step is to notice that critical voice and consciously choose a kinder response. Imagine this. You look in the mirror in the morning and immediately think, "Ooh, I look tired. My hair is a mess." Your inner critic is loud. Now, pause. Take a breath. Actively replace that thought. Say to yourself, "I am grateful for this body that carries me through the day. This is me, and I'm ready to face what comes." Feel the shift from judgment to neutral, even gentle acknowledgement. Or, imagine you make a mistake at work. You send an email with a typo. The instant thought is, "I'm so stupid. Everyone will think I'm careless." Your heart sinks. Stop. Recognize this is the critic attacking. Now talk to yourself like a compassionate friend. "Hey, it was just a typo. It happens to everyone. I'll double check next time. It doesn't define my intelligence or worth." The storm of shame starts to calm. The first step is to silence your inner critic. Now you repeat. Second, set boundaries with grace. Loving yourself means protecting your energy and time. It's not about being rude. It's about being clear. It's like putting a fence around your garden. It doesn't mean you hate the neighbors. It means you need to protect your flowers so they can grow. For example, imagine a friend constantly calls you to vent about their problems for hours late at night. You feel drained but guilty, saying no. To set a boundary, you prepare a kind but firm response. When they call, you say, "I care about you and want to be there for you. For tonight, I can listen for about 20 minutes because I need to recharge for an early morning. Let's talk more tomorrow." You feel a sense of relief. Honoring your own need for rest without abandoning your friend. Or, imagine at work, a colleague always drops last-minute tasks on your desk. You feel resentful, but keep saying yes. To set a boundary, you schedule a quick chat. You say, "I want to help support the team. To ensure I can give my best to my core projects, I need to receive requests by noon. If you need something the same day, can we try that?" You state your need clearly and propose a solution, showing respect for both your work and theirs. The second step is to set boundaries with grace. Now you repeat. Third, make self-care a daily ritual, not a rare reward. Truly loving yourself means integrating small acts of kindness into your everyday life. Don't wait until you're burned out. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You do it daily to maintain health, not just when you have a cavity. Picture this. Your morning is rushed. Instead of scrolling on your phone, you decide to give yourself just 5 minutes. You sit with your coffee, feel the warmth of the cup, look out the window, and take 3 deep breaths. You don't think about your to-do list. You are just present. This tiny ritual centers you and signals to your brain, my peace matters. Now imagine at the end of a long day. You're exhausted. The old pattern is to collapse on the couch with junk food. Instead, you honor your ritual. You might take a 5-minute warm shower, focusing on the feeling of the water on your skin. Or you might write down one small thing you appreciated about yourself today. This intentional act breaks the cycle of neglect. The third step is to make self-care a daily ritual. Now you repeat. Finally, celebrate your progress, not perfection. The journey of self-love is about small steps forward, not a final destination. You must acknowledge your growth. It's like hiking. You stop to admire the view you've reached. You don't just complain about the mountaintop being far away. Imagine you used to cancel plans due to social anxiety. This week, you went to a small gathering for 30 minutes. Instead of criticizing yourself for leaving early, you celebrate. On your way home, you say to yourself, I did that. I faced my discomfort and showed up. I'm proud of that step. You feel a genuine sense of accomplishment. Or, think about a time you normally would have spiraled into self-criticism after a mistake. But this time, you caught yourself and were a bit kinder. Maybe you only beat yourself up for 10 minutes instead of 2 hours. That is progress. Acknowledge it. Say, wow, I'm getting better at this. I recovered faster. I'm learning. This reinforces the positive change. The final step is to celebrate your progress, not perfection. Now you repeat. So, let's review. To truly love yourself. First, silence your inner critic. Now you repeat. Second, set boundaries with grace. Now you repeat. Third, make self-care a daily ritual. Now you repeat. And fourth, celebrate your progress, not perfection. Now you repeat. All right, that wraps up our discussion on how to truly love yourself. Now, let's shift gears and talk about some practical tips for learning English. After all, this is English Power Day. Now, how can you apply some of these self-kindness principles to your English learning journey? The fear of making mistakes, the inner critic, the lack of consistent practice. These are universal struggles. Let me share a few practical techniques. First, manage your learning critic. Every time you hesitate to speak because you're afraid of grammar errors, that's your critic. Actively replace that thought. Say, my goal is communication, not perfection. This mistake is a stepping stone. Second, create tiny, sustainable habits. Don't set a goal of study for 2 hours daily. You'll burn out. Instead, build a daily ritual. It could be listening to one slow-paced episode from our English Power Day channel during your morning coffee, or repeating 3 useful sentences from our video aloud while cooking. The key is consistency, not duration. Third, use resources that match your level and interests. This is where our channel can be a powerful tool. At English Power Day, we deliberately use clear, conversational English at a slightly slower pace. This builds your listening confidence. Every video includes practical phrases for you to repeat, turning passive listening into active practice. And we talk about real-life topics like self-love, stress, or goals. So you learn language you can actually use in conversation. Finally, celebrate every bit of progress. Understood a full sentence without subtitles? Celebrate. Used a new phrase from our video in a text message? That's a win. This journey is made of these small moments. I know some days it feels incredibly hard. You open a book or a video, and the words just swirl in front of you. You understand it one day and forget it the next. You hear native speakers and think, I'll never sound like that. You feel stuck, like you're running in place. The frustration is real. The voice that says maybe I'm just not good at languages gets loud. You put in the time, but the progress feels invisible. It's lonely. It's tempting to just close the app and do something easier. I see that. I understand that fatigue. It's a sign that you are in the middle of the process. Every single person who has ever learned a language has been exactly where you are. The difference for those who succeed is not talent. It's simply that they found a kinder, more sustainable way to keep going. You already have the tools. You just practice silencing your inner critic. Use that on your English. You practiced setting boundaries. Use that to protect 15 minutes of your day for practice. You practiced making self-care a ritual. Make your English time a gift to your future self, not a chore. The language is not a wall to break down. It's a path to walk, one gentle step at a time. And you are absolutely capable of walking it. Thank you for spending this time on your English and on yourself. Remember, for more content that helps you learn practical, usable English at a comfortable pace, subscribe to English Power Day with your host, Jack. Here, we combine language learning with life lessons, one slow conversation at a time. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It truly supports the channel. Hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you don't miss our next power-packed lesson. And if you know someone on their own English journey, share this video with them. Keep practicing, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.